Hello, welcome to today's Take 5. We are continuing to look at the eyewitness account, the gospel message of Mark, the book of Mark, and we're in chapter 4 today. So you've got me for another couple of days. Hang on in there, we keep going. But yeah, the gospel message of Mark, chapter 4. What are we looking at? There's some verses I want to point out to you. Jesus says this in verses 9. He says, whoever has ears to hear, let them hear. So he wants you to know that what he has to say is important. And if he's speaking to you today through his word or through other people or through his spirit, just bringing you that conviction, he wants you to know what he has to say. Let them, those who have ears to hear, let them hear. And so what Jesus has to say is important. And I love that when Jesus is teaching people, you know, these messages about the kingdom of God, he does it through story. He does it through parables. And what's beautiful about this, I've done some teaching on this before, but is let's take Pixar movies, right? So you got Toy Story, you've got all these kids films, right? And what's incredible about Pixar is it has the capacity to speak to a 3-year-old and a 63-year-old at the same time, the same message, but that it can connect on a whole new level. And so it's multi-generational, right? I sit down with my kids, we watch Zootropolis, DreamWorks, which isn't Pixar, but DreamWorks animation. And I can see messages that's that they're as a, I was going to say my age there, as an older gentleman, that is also connecting to Levi, who's 3 years old. And it's just beautiful that the power of story can connect across generations. It connects not just in terms of generationally, but academically, stories. Jesus is saying that no one is missed when he's talking about the kingdom and he's telling these stories. You don't have to be wealthy. You don't have to have power or authority. You don't have to have intellectual understanding. The message of Jesus, the story of Jesus is for everyone. And so there's this moment later on in the chapter where he talks about parables in verse 30, just before he tells the story of the parable of the mustard seed. He says, what shall we say about the kingdom of God? Is it like a parable? How can I use to describe it? And he's saying I want you to connect to the story. I want you to connect into the message. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. And so whatever means by which we can share the gospel, the story of Jesus, to connect and engage people, whether that's through, videos or through sermons, we want to be telling people the story of Jesus. And so I'd encourage you, when was the last time you told a story or a story about what God has done in your life? Maybe a testimony story, just to encourage someone. Even write it on these comments on this video. It'd be good to hear encouraging stories, testimonies. Maybe you've watched some short videos. There was a great one that I watched about the I'll maybe post it on here, so if not, someone needs to remind me to do it. But there was a great video, short version of the story of the lost sheep. It was one of these churches up in I think it was up north somewhere. They've just done this really short video. It's only a few minutes long, but it tells the story of the lost sheep. So powerful, and can connect on so many levels. But basically, I just want to encourage you, share the story of Jesus, share the story, tell your story, tell God's story, what he's done in your life. It's really important that we do that we don't just hold these things, but part of actually spreading the message of Jesus is telling his story. And so, yeah, I'd encourage you today, maybe you've got some stories that you can tell and share and encourage people. Yeah, thanks for listening. See you tomorrow. Bye.